I'm Megan. I'm originally from Pennsylvania, just outside of Philadelphia in Upper Bucks County. I went to Penn State University, graduated in 2017, and came directly here to Panama to volunteer in the Peace Corps. So I did a lot of different projects in rural Panama for about 2 years. Learned a lot of Spanish, learned a lot about the culture, and met Oscar during that time. Yeah. And now we're married and have this beautiful boy. And I did a lot of the tours with Oscar for a while as well. And now I do a lot of operations and logistical things. And I still go out and meet the tour groups when they're here in Boquete.
And I am Oscar Peña, originally from Cali, Colombia. Been here in Panama for almost 14 years. Before here, I was in Costa Rica for 3 years and a half. I have background in hotel and tourism industry. Been here doing expat relocation services since 2010, attending several seminars like international living, and just to trying to be a facilitator. And once I met my brother, Rod, and my gorgeous wife Megan. And then we just got into it. We retired in Panama, living the dream to be able to facilitate, to show the country, show the culture, and just happy, honored to and appreciate all of you guys attending this Q&A tonight. Yep, that's me.
That's you. And I am Rod Larrabee. I'm from Vancouver, Canada. I moved to Panama 11 years ago, all by myself and without any help, and it wasn't fun. Within 3 months, I was in trouble, and that guy on your right or left or the upside down one, I don't know how, depending on what screen you are, was at that time already helping expats move to Panama. And he saved my butt, got me on the right track with the right people, and within a year, we were in business together. We did some local tour stuff, but all the while, we were always helping expats move to Panama. We started the group tours in 2018, and then we decided to take a year off in 2020, like the rest of you did. Now, yeah, the pandemic, obviously, but we've been going strong since 2018, and we do one tour per month of a maximum of 12 people. That's always been our focus. Our focus is the people. And like Megan said, she's on the tour. I'm on the second half of the tour. Oscar's on the first half of the tour. So you get to meet us all. You get to pick our brains for, we have unique experiences with Oscar being a Latino himself and an expat in this country. Myself being a Canadian, Megan being from the U.S. We have a lot of unique experiences, and we have helped a lot of people move to Panama and are continuing to do so. And that's what this call is about tonight, folks. It's about you. It's not about us, even though we're going to plug ourselves once in a while, of course. Hey, we do. But we want to hear from you guys. So a couple things. I want to have you guys' attention for a second because we want to meet some of you people. We want to see your smiling faces and hear your voices. So if you look in the chat, down where you would type your message, there's a little happy face. Click on that happy face and then click raise hand. I don't know why they put it there. I told them to put it somewhere else. Raise your hand. If you raise your hand, we're going to bring you on screen and you're going to ask your question to us. You're going to be the first priority questions. If you don't want to be on screen, that's fine too. We're going to have a Q&A session here that you'll be able to type your questions in the actual chat. And so I am going to bring on the people that have raised their hand. And when I call your name, then we want you to ask your question. Now, what I've done, you'll see on your screen that you people that raised your hand, it's going to ask you to share your microphone. And if it doesn't, you might just have to click on the camera microphone buttons down at the bottom of your screen. They should have come on for you now. So we have Angela, Cindy, or James. Come on down. Angela, Cindy, or James. Do you guys see that, you guys?
Nope, not yet.
No, I'm not asking Angela, Cindy, or James.
Oh,
Like if you hover over your screen, you're now going to see a little red camera microphone. You have to enable your camera and microphone. There we
There
go.
they are.
Oh,
Okay. I don't know why I'm so big. So let's start with Cindy Watt. Sorry.
hello, Cindy.
Water. Hi, Cindy. How are you?
oh, cold right now, but it's getting better.
Cold? Why? You're
Yeah,
you're
well,
not in
I'm
Panama.
in
That's
I'm
why.
in northern Illinois, and we're having severe storms and things like that right now. But
Yeah.
Oh boy.
anyway, my question is concerning, because I'm in the United States and I've been told that you need to get a mailbox address in Florida. And I've heard about Fast Express, or no, Fast Box and Hot Express,
Mhm.
and then mailboxes. And I was just wondering, is there a difference in the service? Like if somebody wants to send me letters or packages, would they send it to the Florida address, I'm assuming, and then everything gets shipped to wherever in Panama? But how do you know where it goes in Panama? I can't find that out.
Well, first you got to decide where you're going to live because every place has different companies. So,
I'm in
we
Gorgona.
already don't have. Oh, you're in Gorgona. Yeah, they
I
have
will be.
Fast Box. Yeah, I've heard a lot about Fast Box. They have mailbox. So you got to decide on the different. They have different. Everyone's got different qualities of service. Megan, why don't you give a rundown on how it actually works?
Yeah, so you'll be given an address in Miami and it'll have a PTY number, some sort of identification number that's specific to you on there. And whatever you'll pay on whatever the shipping is to Miami. So if you have Amazon Prime, it'll be next day free shipping to Miami. And then the service that you're paying for, you're paying on the weight from Miami to Panama. So for mailboxes, etc., it's about $5 to $6 a pound. So you wouldn't want to air freight something very heavy, but they do have other prices for sea freight. But very light things we often ship a lot. And then from Miami, they'll be at your office in Panama in 3 to 5 days. And when you set it up, you'll say what office in Panama you want it to go to. So it will always go to that office. And then we use mailboxes, etc., and they have an application. So it'll pop up on my application, your package is processing in Miami, your package is in process to Panama, your package is ready for pickup in Boquete for us.
Yeah, so basically you're going to either drive or like you're going to have to go somewhere to pick it up. There are a few in the city that offer home delivery, but in the country, I actually don't know of anyone doing home delivery of that service. You're going to go in Coronado, the Fast Box and the mailbox I've heard of. What was the other one you mentioned?
Hot Express.
Yeah, I've heard of them. I don't know too much about them, so I can't give you a recommendation on them. But basically, if you're moving here, you don't have to. There's no long-term payment. There's no money down. If you just need a forwarding address for some stuff, get a hold of one of them before you move here. Get the address, and once you move here, ask the people in your building, who do you use? Who's the best? Who's the most reliable?
Yes.
And
Okay.
then you can change it. Mm-hmm.
Well, mailboxes is very reliable.
Yeah.
In Gorgona, I mean, it's just right there, and it will be actually really fast because you will be after the Panama City, you will be the very second one to be delivered, and after that, it will deliver to the rest of the country. So it's gonna be very quick for Gorgona.
Yeah,
so mailboxes, etc., is in Gorgona.
Yes.
Yeah.
So they have it
between
Gorgona and
Coronado. There's one office in Coronado, but it's just like 15 minutes away from Gorgona.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
You're so welcome.
All
We
righty,
should probably
Cindy.
also mention that we always like to say is to make sure you don't change your address and then you're having all of your junk mail also forwarded. So,
Yeah, don't change your address with the United States Postal Service. Don't do a blanket address change. Otherwise, you're going to get the Sears catalog and it weighs 9 pounds and you're going to pay for that. You don't want that. Okay, you can't order it. You're going to get the phone book,
Yeah, try to go paperless as much as you can.
Yes.
Yeah. You want to
Very
change the
smart.
address of your banks and financial institutions so you can get replacement credit cards, stuff like that, emergency letters with the government so you can get your pension check, stuff like that. With the IRS, if you really want to, that's your choice. Okay. All right, Cindy, we thank you very much for joining
Thank
us.
you, Cindy.
And anything else you need, you can always hit us up. We are Retire in Panama Tours. I always forget to do that. And we do answer all of our contact us emails. And I'm just going to pop that in the chat right now. So please take a note of it, save it somewhere, bookmark it.
All
Okay, thank you,
right.
Cindy. So if you can unraise your hand, that would be appreciated. Okay, who came on next? James.
James.
Wilson. How are
Hi,
you?
Mr. James.
Hello, everybody. How are you?
Unbelievable.
So I live in Seattle, Washington, and I am putting my house up for remodeling and selling it, and then I want to retire and out of the United States. I mean, I guess you might be wondering, why do I want to leave the United States? A lot of reasons, but whatever the reasons, Panama was one of the ones that came up on my radar. And I'm completely, a novice at this, right? I have no idea how to even go about doing this, but I speak, my Spanish is very, very bad because I only studied it for a couple of years.
Mhm.
And, I forgot everything. So
Yeah.
I'll be starting from scratch there. So, or not totally scratch, but, I can pick it up pretty quick if given the right, conditions for that. But basically, I like to consider Panama as a, because of the cost of living and stuff like that. And I like to know how much are we talking about to move to Panama as far as like investing there and in retiring there.
Yeah. Are
Well,
you
Panama.
going to have a pension when you retire?
Pardon me?
You going to have a pension when you retire?
I have about $2 million in cash.
No, a pension.
No pension.
Yeah.
Social
Okay.
Security. Well, I have Social Security. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's what I mean. You're going to have Social Security of more than $1,000.
Oh yeah, yeah. I have.
Then you can come here and get your permanent visa for less than $2,500.
Yep.
Wow.
Easy.
Yeah. Mhm.
It's
And
pretty,
You don't have to tie up money in anything. So
yeah, it's very affordable if you have you apply for pension out visa. It's gonna cost that, and you don't have to commit to buy a house or property. You can just feel the country first. Panama, one of the reasons why it's so famous to retire or consider for North Americans is because once the location is so agile, you can fly in and out to Panama so easy. Panama is the connection of the Americas right now. So we have connections from United States or to anywhere to the rest of the world. Also the security, super secure country. I'm not gonna say it's perfect. We have some areas, like any other country. But I mean, speaking this as a Colombian, Panama is freaking safe. Uh, and I never felt safer in my life. Even though when I go in Panama City, well, anywhere you go to a city, you gotta be street smart, right? So,
of
but
course.
that's it. And the rest of the country is just it's so good. It's just beautiful. So one of the things you should do is come with us on a tour first of all, so you can see the country, or not. If you don't want to do a tour, you can use yourself, but you have to feel the area. Which area will resonate more with you? The weather, the culture. You don't have to be Spanish speaker to be in Panama. It's about having the attitude. It's about to embracing the culture, realizing you're moving to a foreign country. Yes, it's very Americanized, but Panama has their own identity and their own ways to do things. So attitude is always key to make your experience very pleasant and just enjoy your retirement.
Yeah. So, like James, honestly, again, I've said we're not going to plug, but here, you sound like a guy I was 11 years ago. I spent 2 years of researching, and I came down here and I screwed everything up, and I almost lost a lot of money. Um, a tour would cost you as a single $2,400, and in 7 days, we will show you more of Panama than you could do yourself in 3 weeks, and we will guide you and hold your hand through the entire process until you move here and you put some steaks on your barbecue and invite us over for barbecue and beers. That's how we do our business.
Okay,
So,
well,
and
that's really what I would like to have
Yeah.
is
And
some
we would
guidance. where I
Yes,
can
sir.
actually,
love to have you. I just put in the chat our
Yeah.
itinerary, what we do on our tours. And we don't just do a tour, guys. We give you all the information. You're going to meet immigration lawyers. You're going to meet the rentals people to help find your first home. If you're looking at real estate, we'll help you get that set up. These are all honest people we've used for 10 years. You're going to meet the health insurance experts. You're going to meet the movers to help get some of your stuff here. If you got pets, we'll help you bring the pets here. We'll help you shop for a car when you come here. Get your driver's license. Keep your U.S. number and use it here. All these things have been part of our tours for years. That's what we do with our people.
Well, that's what I'm looking for. This is
Yeah.
absolutely fabulous. So
So come see us. Come
Yeah.
join us. You're open.
I'm happy you find us.
I
Go
would
to our
love
website.
to
We got the contact
actually,
form.
yeah,
We have phone numbers. Yeah.
okay. I would love to actually. I mean, I feel like I have to come there and actually experience the whole,
Yeah.
thing.
If you want, we can have a call
Yeah.
first too.
Yeah.
We can set up a little, no obligation, 30-minute call. We can answer more of your questions. We can do that.
And as far as like buying property, what kind of, like, I'm just thinking maybe a 2-bedroom condo on the beach. What
Yeah.
kind of, what kind of money are we talking about to, get this set up? It
It
doesn't have
goes
to be
very.
Panama City. It could be,
Oh, very big range, like 150 to 500, depending on what you're looking for and the quality. And there's condos going for 150 now in the Coronado area.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah, there is. If you
Yeah.
want to go very, very high, fancy, you can find condos in a very luxury residences on the coast on the Panama West for
Mhm.
between 450 and 550
Yeah, like if
Like
you want
luxury
marble
on the
and
golf
tile
course.
and
Yeah.
yeah.
Well,
So
I'm
there's
not,
a
I'm not
huge
sure
range.
what I'm looking for is just more like comfort and, on the beach.
Beautiful. Well, we
I'm
have it
not-
all.
We
Yeah.
have, and while you hang out, I know you're from Seattle, right? No.
Yes.
Yes, that's right.
Yes, yes, please, yeah.
Okay. You're from Seattle. Why is this doing this to me, Oscar? Sorry. Oops.
Sorry, what was the question?
No, I just lost something. I was trying to share my screen. I like to keep everyone updated on what's going on in Panama as far as rentals. I just saw in Coronado Golf today a new rental that will great place to start off. 6 months to see what you want. I just got to see if I have it. I closed that browser. I can't believe it. And for $1,100 a month, can you get that? Like that's oceanfront condo. Can you get that in Seattle? 1,100 a month for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath
Are you
oceanfront.
asking me if we can get this in Seattle?
Yeah,
You
I know
can't
your
get
answer.
you can't get anything in Seattle on the beach for less than $3,000 or $4,000 a
Well, I
month.
wanted to show you. I wanted to take the time to show you what you can get for those numbers that Oscar and I were talking about. So I'm going to do a screen share. Oops. Cancel. Run it out. Well, that just is not what I was trying to do. I apologize, guys.
It's okay.
Right.
I
It
can just
usually doesn't happen. Yeah. If you want to really use that contact link I just sent in there in the chat, and I'll send you this link to this
okay.
Coronado Golf condo, and this is what you could get in that price range, or rent it for $1,100 a month for a few months, so you can check it out.
Well, also you have to realize in Seattle we have no beaches. really.
Yeah, that's right.
We have rocky out. You know, basically they're rocky.
Yeah.
They're not beaches. They're just rocky outbursts on the
Yeah.
into the water. I mean, they're just
Yeah.
Right on. All right, James, I thank you. They're like, really, check us out. Come, give us a call, email, and talk
I'm
a
going
little
to
more.
Just remember who we are.
because I
Return
know I
Panama
don't want to take
tourists.
all the time here.
Yeah.
So thank you
Well,
very
thank
much.
you, James.
But appreciate
All
it.
righty. Okay,
Thank you, James.
next up on our list is Mark and Angela Burnett. I know that name. You guys are coming in May, aren't you?
Yeah,
That's right.
yeah.
Yes,
Hi.
you are. They're coming on the tour
Hello.
May 11th. There we go. I
Awesome.
knew that.
I have to tell Oscar we love Colombia. Me encanta Colombia.
En serio? You guys
We
went
lived
already?
in Medellin for 2
No
years.
way.
And we also lived in Mexico and the Middle East. But our favorite country so far is Colombia.
Oh, that's so nice. Well, I'm so happy you had a beautiful experience down there.
The
It's
nicest
beautiful.
people in the world. But I'm sure Panama will be very nice too.
Yes. Panama is amazing country. And you
Yeah.
know, as a Colombian, I must say, hey, I used to live in Costa Rica for 3 years and a half. Nothing bad to say about Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica. That was one of the best experiences in my life. However, culture speaking, when I got here to Panama, I don't know what it is. Maybe because we used to be the same country. They were just being a little bit over 100 years apart. But when I got to Boquete, I just felt home. It's crazy as it sounds. I just felt home. And Panamanians and Colombians, we share a lot of things, a lot of culture things still, because we have a lot of Colombian influence here. And Panamanians go to Colombia, we just get along pretty good. I mean, but I'm happy here. Panama is such a beautiful country. I have a very luxury life, not because I have a lot of money. It's because I can just put $20 in my card. I can go to the most beautiful beach with less than 2 hours drive.
Oh,
I couldn't do that when I was in Colombia.
Okay, so what did you have to ask us, Mark and Angela?
well, we lived in Medellin in the mountains, so
Yes.
we believe we'd like to live in Boquete. And our question is, we have 2 cats that are more babies than cats.
Mhm.
And are they welcome in rentals? Number
No,
one.
they don't allow cats in Panama at all. No, gosh, I'm just kidding. You're
No,
looking at the wrong guy.
they're indoor cats, and they're very they're not
Most of the times, it's not an issue. Where it
Yeah.
gets an issue when you're trying to rent one of the Oscar's term yay houses, the very expensive place, with the high-end furnitures and $3,000 rents. They don't want pets. Most Panamanians have dogs and cats. I've always had pets here.
Okay.
And I've always rented. I've never had an issue finding a rental with for pets. There will be some restrictions, but you might lose 20-30% of the available rentals because of the cats.
Okay.
Yeah, but it's very flexible. And no matter what, you always start that beforehand with the renter. But for my experience, my knowledge, cats are way more friendlier to rent than dogs. So.
Well, we like all animals, but we're cat people. And I checked the airlines, and it seems like they're very small, so they can come in the plane under the seat. When we arrive in the airport, like we're going to have all their paperwork, etc. There's no problem. There's no quarantine.
There's a whole bunch of stuff you're going to need to do, Angela. And of course, we're going to be there to help you. You have to apply for home quarantine. You're going to have to get health certificates done. You're going to have to get them authenticated by the Food and Drug Administration and by the Toronto Consulate. So there's a whole 10-day window that that you got to operate to get your cats the right paperwork to get them onto the plane, and they got to weigh less than 20 pounds in your carrier. So if it's 21, 22, they got to go on a diet, and then there's no problem bringing them. Then we'll get you through.
Well, we've brought them to 5 countries that we've lived in, and including Saudi Arabia, Kuwait. And
Wow.
the nicest was Colombia.
Panama is very restrictive, and it's not. It's just a lot of paperwork. It's just
Okay, well,
applying for a home quarantine. You give them $130, and you give them an address where you're staying. No one's ever going to check if they're there. Okay, but it's just more of a, paperwork stuff. So,
okay, thank you so much.
Thank
No
you.
You're
problem.
so welcome.
looking forward to seeing you
Look
guys.
forward to
We'll be
meeting
in
you
touch
guys.
about. Well, we've already been in touch about the tour already. Hey, Megan, they almost have all their stuff into us, so they're
That's right.
they're
They're on
on track, you folks.
Yes.
Perfect. All righty, guys.
You soon,
Thank you very
guys.
much. If I could ask you to lower your hand after, that would be great. And before we move on to our next guest, Kate and Shay. Hi, Shay. We have enabled your video and audio, so make sure you click on the camera and microphone button at the bottom of your screen. And we here have Joe. Hi, Joe. We actually have two people. One's Joe, one's
Lamberto. Hi, how are you doing?
Humberto. Hey, guys.
Good.
Hi. So anyway, I'm Lamberto. This is my husband, Joe.
Nice to
And-
meet you.
Hi. So we've been to Panama several times, and we love it. In particular, we're very interested in Boquete.
Nice.
But we're probably gonna check it out next year, and we want the question is, we'd like to just kind of actually just test it out for like 6 months, see how we like it. Is there a legal status that allows us to do that, or do we have to go full on and try and become residents for 6 months?
Where are you
No,
from?
no.
Are
You-
From California.
Yeah. Go ahead, Oscar.
No, you can be well, as a U.S. or Canadians, you're allowed to be in Panama for 180 days for you as a tourist.
Oh, okay.
So that won't be an issue. Just to make sure that there is not 6 months, it has to be a calendar 180 days. Cannot be past those days. And there'll be plenty of time for you guys to get the feeling and see how you like the Panama, Boquete. But you're in the good with that, so you don't have to commit to residency. You don't have to commit to investment. Yeah.
The only thing you want to remain aware of is that your foreign driver's license is only valid in Panama for 90 days.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to continue driving, you just got to take a quick exit for a weekend. Go to Colombia for the weekend.
Go to Colombia. Go really good.
Oh, we love Colombia. We've been to Medellin. That's another place
Awesome.
we're considering.
Here we go.
So can you then if can you sign like a year lease or a 6 months lease or
Yes.
no problem?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. No,
You can get a 6-month lease.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there are leases of 6 months. If you tell the landlord who's looking for a 1-year lease that you're only staying for 6 months, he might go wait for the next person, depending on what time of year you're coming. But there are a lot of short-term rental alternatives. And just 2-3 months before, send us an email on our site. I'll give you, if you're looking at Boquete, I'll give you the short-term guys that are renting, on a monthly basis. And see if we can find you guys something.
And so one more question. So towards the end of that 180 days, where if we decide, hey, this is great, we're going to stay here longer and in fact become residents, do we do it at 180 days, or do we have to start sooner than that, or when do we start the process of getting residency?
I guess you can look. If this is my interpretation. If you're by the 3rd month, 4th month, you will have that feeling,
Right.
and then they will give you enough time before the tourist visa expire to go to paperwork with your lawyer here or the lawyer of your preference. That should be enough time, I believe.
Yeah,
Yeah,
2
the
months from here, you
documents-
could do it.
Mm-hmm.
Any
Yeah.
documents you're gathering will expire in 6 months. You have to use them for your application within 6 months.
Yeah.
So
So you're gonna have to get it from here, but that's what I meant. So your FBI reports, you can get it from here. It just takes a
Yes.
little bit longer.
Okay. Perfect. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you. And I just want to let you know you guys have a great reputation. A lot of people.
Yeah.
Thank you
So
so
we'd love
much.
to have
That
you
means a
guys
lot
as
to
neighbors
us.
in Boquete one day.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you.
Alrighty, guys. Thank you for joining us. Okay, who's up next?
Shay, how are you,
Hey,
girl?
Shay. We know Shay.
Yeah, Yes. Hey, everybody.
How do we know you, Shay?
So beautiful to see
From
you
that
again.
big
From that
tour
what? From the tour.
last year. If
When are
anybody
you
has
moving here?
sign up, it was great. It was great. We went everywhere, different cultures, different places, different types of settings, places. It was outstanding. And congratulations on the baby, guys.
Thank you. He
He's
wants
just saying hi.
he wants to say hi. He's like, yeah, I want to be part of that.
I got a question. I'll be down at the end of the month.
Beautiful.
The places that I've been looking at in Coronado, PH Coronado Bay. I'm going to do some time there and then sometime, depending on how my lungs work. I have a lung disease, so I'm starting off on the beach side. But my question is, I don't need my there right away. Is there a way to ship in a ship through the mailbox places to the Miami
Yeah.
place, where we could
Yeah.
just take a boat?
Yeah, there is both. All these places have both air freight and sea freight. And sea freight is half the cost of air freight.
Okay.
So just let us know, Shay. Send us an email, dimensions of what you're shipping, the weight, and we'll give you some ideas of the cheapest way you can get that here once you're here. It only takes 2 weeks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Mhm.
All right, great. Thank you.
Cool. All right.
Great seeing you.
It was great to see you, and let us know when you're here, so you can come hang out with one of our groups.
Sure
Good to see
will.
you, Jay.
Hey.
All right. You too.
All righty. Thank you, Shay. Those that have spoken, please lower your hand. We're almost done with the hands. We got a couple more, then we'll get to the general Q&A. Who are we bringing on, Oscar? Kate. How about Kate? There we go. She's been waiting a while here.
Hi there.
Hi.
Hello, Kate.
Hear me? So I don't even know if this is the right program for me. I'm not looking to retire. I don't have retirement, Social Security, anything like that. I'm a real estate agent. I have savings. I have 3 rentals here in New Jersey,
Okay.
right around the corner from you, Megan. Very, very close to where you went to school. But what I was hoping to do is get out of here. And I'm thinking in my head of like, can saw the beach of Coronado. I don't know what other beaches are out there, but I'm looking for like a little tiny shanty beach town, selling umbrellas, working the floors. I don't care, a bodega, anything completely mindless, and do it for a year, see if I like it, and then maybe think of moving permanently. But I don't have $1,000 a month like in Social Security or retirement or anything like that. I'm not there yet. But I do have income and I have savings.
Yeah.
And I don't
Income
want
or
to.
savings are irrelevant for immigration. It's either a pension or basically a $200,000 investment in real estate,
I saw that.
or a bank account. And our
Yeah.
bank accounts actually will pay you almost 5% interest here.
However,
A bank account in your country.
Yeah, CD in Panama, like a certified deposit. So you can get a permanent residency with a certified deposit or a real estate investment of 200,000.
Okay, I saw that.
Or
Go
you
ahead.
can try.
What's the or?
Yeah, but or you can try. In the meanwhile, in the meantime, you can just come here for 180 days.
Yeah.
And then just rent a place, and then every 100 days, a little before that, you try even go back to U.S.
Yeah, go home for a month.
Or go to Colombia, which will be the
Mhm.
closest destination for a long weekend, and then you can do that. In the meanwhile, if you can do that investment for your permanent residency, then
don't jump into
you don't need to
socking
jump
away
to make a
money into
decision.
real estate and to CDs unless you know you want to live here. You can
Exactly.
easily get away with staying
No,
here.
I don't want to jump into anything.
Yeah,
I
that's
want to
fine.
come there and live there for a year,
Yeah.
get a mindless job, can you just get a job? I know
No.
you have to apply for a visa to get a job.
Yeah, you would need it takes a year to get a work visa here.
Yeah.
So and you need to know Spanish if you want to work in Panama. Everyone speaks
Yeah.
Spanish. So
Yeah,
you know.
it depends of the any activity. You definitely need to have the language. There is there is things you can do, like let's say catch pocket. So let's say you provide a service to other aspects. That's a one way many aspects can do, but it's the gray zone, but nothing formal. Because
There are
then
many expats in the real estate business here as real
Yes.
estate assistants and
I
stuff like
don't want
that.
to do. I don't
Yeah.
want to do any kind of real job.
Yeah.
That's what I'm looking to get away from.
yeah,
I want to rental. Like I saw that they have even rentals in a bedroom furnished rentals as low as $350 a month. I'm
Well,
not looking
if you want to
live
live like in that Panama style housing, if you're okay with that, yes, you can find rentals for $350 a month. They typically won't have any oh, I'm going to mute that line here. Sorry. They're going to be very basic rentals. There won't be any screens on the window. There won't be any dishwashers or probably no laundry. That's
Right.
what you're going to get for $350 a month. And the $500 to $600 a month, you can get decent stuff.
Well, it doesn't have to be $350. I'm just
Yeah.
saying that I saw things very low.
Yeah.
Like I'm looking to really go get simple in life. I want all the BS out of my life.
Yeah.
And everybody shooting each other and everything else. I have some savings. People recommended your company and going to Panama, that it was a good place for me to start looking. And I
Yeah.
started looking and I found
Yeah.
you guys.
Well, Kate,
Yeah,
you
well-
got to come check it out. Like you mentioned, Coronado. That's a good starting place for her,
Yes.
Oscar, right? Yeah.
It is a
Yeah.
good start, and I
It
can
doesn't
even
have to
I
be
can
6
even
months.
think
Come
about
check it out for a couple weeks to see if you like it.
Ready. But I think in another area that you will feel like that lifestyle that I know it will resonate with you, but you have to see it first. It will be Pedasi.
I was thinking the
Yeah,
same
just a
thing.
little
Pedasi is like
simple
that what you just mentioned.
town.
That lifestyle, that tranquility, that just mindset, Pedasi. But
Yeah.
of course, you gotta come and check it out. If you want to
Yeah,
check it out with us,
You're financially stable. You can come here for a month. You don't have
Exactly.
to make money.
exactly.
Just enjoy yourself for a month and see if you like Panama.
Yes.
Then make a decision
Yes.
about spending more time here.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean,
Finding
I can,
something to do.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm in the right direction, right? Like
Yeah.
I understand. I have a feeling the people that are using your services are either wealthy and retirement ready and this and that. Maybe this isn't the platform I should be.
We've
Not
helped
necessarily.
people. Yeah, we've helped people in their early 40s come here. We have many people still working. A lot of people that work from home.
Yes.
And that they just wanted to get out of their country and come sit in a beautiful paradise and sit in front of the computer and work 8 hours a day. That's and they still do it. And we have people in their 80s that have moved here. So it's all kinds.
And all different budgets.
All different budgets.
And all
Panama
different
is
budgets.
friendly for all different budgets and different styles. So you are in the right path. Just give yourself the opportunity to come to Panama in person, and just if you want to come with us or by yourself, you have your contact, and we'll be more than happy to guide you. And yeah, you come here, experience, and I know you will find that place here. And I'm telling you, Pedasi might be at that place.
Okay.
Okay. All righty. Well, thank you very
All right,
much
thank
for your call. Please keep in touch. Send emails. I keep putting this in the chat because it gets buried, but you guys can contact us anytime you want. Come see Panama. Come on a tour. Thank you very much for coming on tonight, Kate.
That's just Kate.
And I think she's gone. Okay.
We have Mr. Henry.
Henry, you've been waiting so patiently there, Henry. How are you?
Yes,
How you doing, sir?
I'm good. Thank you very much for for the call tonight.
You're so welcome.
I'm 71. I'm single. I've been doing a lot of research, and I probably would start in Boquete
Yes, sir.
for the weather, and maybe do some exploring later on. But my biggest concern right now is health insurance. Can you give me any information on health insurance when
Okay.
you're over 70?
Well, you look like what, 55 now? So you're worried about when you're 70?
No, I'm 71.
Okay, 71. You can still get international health insurance until your 75th birthday.
And then what?
It's no, you have to enroll before your 75th birthday. You get it until you.
But it'll continue on.
Yes, yeah. It's not cheap. I'm not going to pretend to anyone that it's cheap. It's going to cost you $4,000 to $5,000 a year.
Okay.
It's 100% coverage though. There's no copay. There's no deductibles. It covers you for everything in Panama. Mm-hmm. You can get local copay health insurance for only Panama private hospital system for about $150 a month. You pay 30% and they pay 70%.
But if you can still get that if you're over 70?
Yes, that's up until 80 right now.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you got two options. Either it all depends, this is a content, like we've had entire 2 hours Q&As on this subject, right? So are you from the US, Henry?
Yes, in Florida.
Yeah. So if you were here paying that $400 a month insurance, after 2 years, you've made a decision. I am staying here. I have bought my plot type of decision. Then you can cancel your Part B, Part C, because it becomes international health insurance becomes your supplement back in the U.S.
Okay.
As long as you're not planning on moving back there, because if you move back there, you're going to pay a 10% of your premium per year penalty if you cancel that. But that's $170 right there. You can put towards more health insurance here. But you have to be committed to ending your life in Panama. That sounds bad. Spending the rest of your life in Panama.
Let me ask you one other question. Is it true that you do not have home addresses in Boquete?
True.
Okay.
It is that my address is Bajo Boquete, Villa Naranjos, before the mango tree.
Across from the church.
Across from the church. That's my address.
Yeah. So your question is that relative to how does the emergency service get to you?
No, I think there's somebody else that you can contract for that, right?
Yeah, you can. There's private 911 services.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I just heard you mention to somebody a little while ago to give somebody your
there's
address.
no home address, but what do you need it for? We don't have a mail system, so there's no post office, there's no mailman delivering. And if you order a pizza, you just send them your location, and the pizza shows up. Either you or your neighbor's going to get it. Just be careful when you prepay, because your neighbor might get it. Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Henry.
Henry.
Thank you for your time. All right. And
Now, whoever has been on, make sure you
Gregory.
lower your hand for me, please.
I see Chef Gregory, and he's cooking something. What are you cooking, Mr. Gregory?
Who's that?
What do you mean for tonight? Come on, you gotta hit me up with something. You see, like it's some night action, some steak. I don't know, like what it is. You gotta put the volume up.
Oh, you're muted.
You're muted still, Greg.
Greg, you're muted. There you go.
Yeah, hit that little red microphone.
There you go.
Now.
Yes, sir.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We do.
Okay. Me and my husband, we've been to Panama a few times, Panama City, and we fell in love with Panama. So we're actually looking to come there next week. We want to spend a little time we like the Boquete area. So
Nice.
we want to relocating there. I'm retired, so
Yes, sir.
we'll be coming there. But my question is, do I need to see an immigration attorney when I get there? Because we are talking about relocating there.
So you're thinking about there. Like
It's
if you
something
want to
we
come
want.
here and stay, then you might want to get a relocation attorney before you come.
Okay.
And again, if you guys need help, I'm putting our contact in the chat. We can connect you with somebody excellent in the Boquete area for that purpose.
So you might have a second device, Greg, that is causing echo.
Yeah, if anyone's got two devices hooked up in the same room, you're gonna have to mute one of them. Okay, it's not me. Yeah, so if you want, like I said, if you just coming to check it out, you can stay here for 6 months, 180 days. But if you're actually thinking of coming and not going home, get some paperwork before you come. It's much easier. And the
Well, actually,
immigration attorney will plan that.
we were coming to kind of look around. We were gonna
Yeah.
come back here, but we were coming to look around. But I already know we want to relocate there.
Yeah.
So I guess my question was, should I look for an attorney now since I already know we're gonna be relocating there?
Well, if you're going
Sure
to,
thing.
if you want to come to Boquete, if you're coming here, just get a hold of me. I'll get you a meeting with an attorney in their office, and they'll set you up with everything that you're going to need to get. They'll give you a quote right there.
Okay, can you give me your information?
Yeah, I just put it in the chat, the contact form. Just fill that out. Are you on your phone or?
I'm on my phone.
Yeah, well, just either reply to the invite that you got for this email or click on the link in the chat at the bottom of the phone.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
All righty. Thank you very
You're
much.
so welcome, Gregory.
Okay, let's bring on Kimberly because she was on earlier. How are you, Kimberly? Look who's here.
Hi. Hey guys.
Hi. Good to see you, my dear.
Good to see you guys.
What
How are
is
you?
my man, Rob?
We are doing great. How are you?
He's down with a bad back right now, and I just happened to see you guys were doing this, and I thought I'd pop in and say hi. And I think we're going to see you, Oscar, for this month in April because we're going back to Panama on the 10th through the 20th. Is that when your tour is?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Yes,
April
I
13th to 20th. Yeah.
Okay. So we'll talk more about that. But yeah, we're moving down permanently on the 19th of May.
Wonderful. That's so
So-
amazing.
So tell everyone here, all 100 people here, Kimberly, are you doing this all yourself, or was this your idea, or did you have some help?
I had a lot of help. Retiring
Okay.
Panama Tours has helped me every step of the way. We literally, I don't know that we would have done it without you guys.
Thank you so
we
much.
we did the tour last April, and we went back and spent a month in November to just revisit the few places that we really liked. And first on our list was Pedesee, and we booked a place not in Pedesee, but beyond Pedesee in Playa Venal, which we were so disappointed, but then we fell in love with Playa Venal. And we knew that was our area, but we had to go back and revisit the other areas on our list just to make sure. And we weren't going to buy, we were going to rent, and hell no to building. And we're building and buying a house.
Nice.
So don't ever say never.
Yeah, no kidding.
We've had amazing experience with our buyer and our builder and developer, and it's been the easiest build I've done, and I've done 3 in my life, and this one has
That's beautiful.
Been the easiest.
Well, we didn't actually pay Kimberly to come on. If you saw me earlier go like this, I'm sitting back here, Kim, and I'm looking. I know that person. Who is that? Because I can't see the names; they're too small.
I know. I haven't seen you in a year. So
I know.
yeah, no, they didn't pay me. I just happened to get on because I had some questions, but I also have some information that we just found out that you might be interested in. The new hospital in Panama City takes TRICARE and CHAMP VA.
Yeah.
Insurance.
Yeah, TRICARE for life and CHAMP. Yeah.
Pardon?
Yeah, the BCPH, the Boquete
Veterans
Veterans
Outreach.
Association. Yeah, he sent me an email a couple weeks ago.
Okay.
Yep.
Because but it's what's my husband isn't covered because he's wasn't injured during combat,
Yeah.
but I'm covered because I'm his wife. So
Yeah.
it's kind of crazy.
There
But
we go.
anyway, but I do have a question. So
Mhm.
we're finishing up our visa process when we return on the 10th.
Mhm.
And the attorneys that you've hooked us up with have been great. I have more attorneys working for me right now than I ever have in my life. But being able to get did you say a permanent visa with real estate purchase?
Yes.
Okay. So would that be better for me
what
to?
visa are you going with?
Well,
The
right now
pensionado?
we've been going with the pensionata because we weren't planning on buying.
Yeah.
And now we're buying. And
It's
so I'm
totally
just,
irrelevant. You'll save thousands of dollars of fees by going with the pensionado.
okay.
All the
Yes.
permanent visas are the same. They all
Okay.
give you the same benefits. And unless you might not be over 55 yet. So
No, I am.
yeah,
I'm,
with the
yeah, I'm,
okay. I was gonna
yeah, I'm
say
61.
with the
I'm 61.
pensionado, you can get
Are you
your
61?
discount.
I am. Last week.
Damn.
Yeah,
so
it
you
doesn't
still
matter
will get
because
all
the
the
Friendly
discounts.
Nations visa is over $10,000 in legal fee
Yeah.
and government
Oh,
fees.
okay. Okay.
For the pensionados under 3. So
Oh, well, then that's
Yeah.
perfect. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
Mhm.
Well,
Yeah, so that's it. But hopefully you'll be able to include our house on your tour.
there we go. Perfect. Can't wait.
It's
Can't wait.
just past Pattersea, has a beautiful view of the Pacific Ocean. It's
Or
right
for a
where
surfing break.
do what?
Or for come down for a surfing break.
Absolutely. Or to go to the turtle rescue place right there in
Mhm.
Playa Venal. And we just learned, and this is really cool, between Playa Venal and Cirillo, somebody just bought all this land and they're putting in an animal sanctuary
Oh yeah.
wow,
Cool.
for
beautiful.
turtles.
That's wonderful.
For
That's great.
the monkeys. They're starting a program for the monkeys and I think the sloths, and so that's really, really exciting because the monkeys are.
I might know the person who bought that. Is this a gal from the States,
Yes,
maybe?
it's
Yes, Natalie?
yeah. That doesn't sound familiar, but I just
Mhm.
kind of gotten involved in the conversation. Scott with Save the Turtles and Playa Venal has been working with them on some of his initiatives and things, and so the monkeys is kind of on the forefront because a lot of them are
Yeah.
getting killed. So
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wonderful. And I personally will be happy how we can support with good promotion for that, for getting a sponsorship. I don't know,
Okay.
tourism that we can get funds to make it sustainable.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, there's already one there called Playita, La Playita,
Mm-hmm.
and it's a smaller resort area, and you can go in and do like pay $10 and tour, and it helps take care of the animals that they've got. But from what I understand now, that's the whole area is going to eventually be a larger place like La Playita. So,
Okay.
so that's really exciting. But anyway, I don't want to take
All
up
right,
any more
Kimber. It was
time.
great to
You
have you
guys
on.
do it.
Say hi to Ron for us.
I will, and we'll see you next month, or no,
Yes.
this month, next week.
Yes.
And we
Yeah,
might
next
get
week.
to see you in the city and then also in Pattersea.
There you go.
Perfect.
So,
All right.
all right. I
Good to
want to
see you
meet.
again.
Oops. I think got time limits on that. Okay, who is up next, Oscar? And we still only see half a
I
nigga.
believe Jim
Was Jim
or
Jim.
Pam was
Jim Brown.
Hey, how are you guys?
Hey.
There you go, Mr. Jim.
Good. Just two quick questions.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
curious. I'm looking to retire in about 2 years. I'm just wondering how far out do you suggest coming to visit on the tour and what time of year? And my second question is my mother-in-law lives with me. She's a widow. She's on a pension. Does she have to file for a separate pensionado visa, or does she fall under me as a dependent? Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Buddy.
Okay, as far as the visas, yes, she would be a separate visa from you. Dependents in Panama are 18 years of age, unless you are a Panamanian, then you can bring back a parent from the U.S. But So she would qualify for a visa, and you and your wife would qualify for a visa. Second question: how long? We've had people, Oscar. How long? Like, what is the range? Some people come on our tour and move next month. Some are
4
moving.
years.
Yeah, 4 years. So that's totally up to you. If you want to start checking out
Okay.
places to retire, don't wait. Maybe there
Yeah,
might be
about 2
one
years.
you want to check out.
I'll say
Okay.
2 years. 2 years is not that far out. 2 years is definitely not that far out. Things is not gonna change drastically in 2 years, and you're gonna have like a good grasp of the country now. It's not much gonna change in 2 years.
Yeah.
Maybe a new plaza might be built. Maybe.
That's probably the
Yeah.
average amount
That's
of
the
time.
average
most of
amount
our
of time.
guests
Yeah,
come.
I mean, 2 years is average that people take our tour and move here.
Exactly.
And if you
Okay.
come with us, you'll
join.
always have our contacts. We help
So
our
you
guests.
work, so if we decide on a place or decide to move there, you work with people in transition as well, right? Like,
Yeah,
Yes,
someone's
yes, sir.
moving
Yeah.
in from 2018 tour. We're still working with them. It's part of
Okay.
the price that you pay for with our tour. We will assist you to move here. Mhm.
Okay. And you're not missing this stuff at all, eh?
No, not at all.
Well, that looks refreshing to me.
Thanks, gang.
Where
You're
is
so
it? Okay, thank you, Jim,
Thank
very
you for your
much.
time.
I'm going to make one quick announcement. Then, very patiently, Pam and someone else there has been waiting for people. Go ahead, type your questions in the chat so we can get to the last of the questions. Just type away. And Pam, it says Pam on the screen. So, you want to introduce yourself, guys?
I'm Pam, and this is my
I'm Mark.
husband, Mark.
Mark.
I actually just
To meet
found your
you.
website last night and
From
noticed
Kelowna.
that you
Ooh.
had your question and answer today. So we're
Oh.
really new to this and probably have some very basic questions for you.
So first up, I'd like to ask you to please forgive our ignorance because up until, was it yesterday or today? I think I never heard of you guys until at least late last night.
That's okay.
Googling late at night.
But we, you'll understand that we live in Kamloops, and that's
Yeah.
outside.
That is Kamloops. Kamloops is one of the
Wow.
most beautiful areas of British Columbia,
My
Oscar,
God.
where I'm from.
We live in the freaking desert, for crying out loud.
Well, it shows Kelowna
Yeah,
on the map here, but
Yeah.
From my perspective, that looks gorgeous.
It
Oscar's
actually
never
is.
seen
It's very
snow.
beautiful. It really is a lovely place to live. And without trying to spend too much time on it, we've
Yeah.
been here for 30 years. And so I originally grew up in London, Ontario. My wife is from all over the place, but she's Alberta, but mainly down Port Coquitlam. So
Okay.
from being from Vancouver, you understand what we're leaving.
Yeah.
But what's happened in the last little while, if we're looking at each other, we no longer enjoy the winter stuff. So we don't ski anymore. We bought fat bikes and we tried fat biking in the snow, and we don't like that much. Once it gets to -10, I'm done. I don't want to go outside anymore.
Yeah.
And -10 is Celsius, right? And then so the other side of it is you start looking at your summertime. I originally moved to Kamloops for fishing. Fly fishing is really big here, and rainbow trout is the targeted fish. But now, as of late, the summers, it's, you either get really stinking hot. As you know, we've had plus 40 degree, and one time we actually saw 50 degrees in our car one time. 50 degrees Celsius. That's hot, really hot.
Wow.
And so we have forest fires all the time. And a lot of times you look outside, and in the last couple of days, we've had some beautiful, beautiful blue skies. We've got some weather moving in right now, but once the forest fire starts, it just becomes smoke, and we can't even see that mountain I just showed you across the way there. And so we're kind of done with Kamloops. It's too hot in the summer. It's too cold in the winter, and we're looking for something else. So again, it's very early in our adventure, and I'm kind of wishing that I found out about you earlier because we've already got our summer vacation planned, but that doesn't mean we can't do something else later, right?
Yeah, you can.
Hey, Mark. Hey, Mark, but let me say something. In life, it's never too late, never too early. Timing is just right in the right time. So don't worry about it. Just knowing that you want to change, that's what it matters. And I can only tell you that you're ready for a change. That's good. That's what you have to be focused. And then that's now the opportunity to come and check it out. See what's up with Panama. What if you like it? And what's
So
gonna
do
be?
you actually have a winter?
We don't have a winter, so we don't have any seasons. What
Well,
we
we have
have is either rain or no rain.
And it's raining warm?
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you're by the beach, so in the tropics, your temperature is about the altitude. So the lower to the ocean, it means the extreme hot you get. If you're sea level, it means you got 95 Fahrenheit or Celsius with 30 to 36 sometimes.
And
Celsius.
with high humidity?
Humidities will be 80%. But if you are in Boquete, you are in where we live right now. I'll tell you where we are right now. I'll tell you exactly what the temperature right now it is.
Yeah, I think I beat
It's
you
at
to it.
19 degrees right now. 19
See, I love
degrees.
19 degrees.
Exactly.
18 degrees and
during the day,
overcast, my favorite.
Hey, it's
imagine that.
20 degrees on this side of the town.
Well, I'm
Oscar lives a mile away.
So we have the other thing was we have microclimate. So with a 5 kilometer distance, you can change a couple degrees because it's about altitude.
Right.
So that's the little thing about the tropics. So here we are. I am at 19 degrees. Tomorrow in the morning, I might be 22. I want to change that. All I have to do is drive 2 hours to the beach of Las Lajas, and I'll be at 35 degrees.
Right.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay.
Only 2 hours.
What other
question?
questions?
Beautiful beach.
Quick, we'll move off the weather. What other simple questions did you guys have? This is your start. This is your beginning.
Well, I was kind of thinking about, like, there's all these number of people they're planning to move there. I like what you said about your address, right? You're across from the mango tree or whatever. What about stuff? You want to go buy stuff. So the question I guess what I'm really thinking about is we would sell absolutely everything we have and move there. And then can we buy stuff that we want, such as an electric bicycle?
Of course.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
There are.
But you don't have a Costco, but you have right, like.
We
actually have Costco.
You do?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, it's called Price Mart here. It's the same thing.
But we do have the electrical. We have different stores. You can find electrical bikes, tree trek, like a trek bicycles.
Right.
You can also order and ship it sea freight if you want to find better deals in North America. But Panama, because it's Panama and we have the canal. And right now, you can find a lot more things that you'll be able, like when I got here almost 14 years ago. So don't worry about it. You can find a lot.
We have the Costco's, we have the Best Buys, we have the. I actually ordered my electric bike online. I brought it here. It only costs $150 to ship it here.
Okay.
One I wanted. I could have bought one here, right?
Right.
But he never rides it, but he bought it.
Yeah.
So you talked about altitude. Yeah, he doesn't ride it. That's what my wife says about me all the time. You have a bike, but you don't ride it.
Yeah, I have a bike. It's there.
Hey Mark, I have a mom bike. I go sometimes, and my mom bike is just regular. So I'm a hater. I see those guys in the e-bikes, and I just scream, "Shooters!"
Yeah. So you talked about altitude. So do you where we are, and you might be familiar with this, is that we have a lot of hills. So literally, no kidding. When I go to work, I'm doing a semi-retirement job. I drive a school bus. So when I go to work, it's uphill both ways. I go down a hill and then I go up a hill to get to work, and then I go down the hill and I come up the hill to get home. So those hills are the whole reason that we did buy electric bicycles, because we're older now, and pumping a heavy bike up those hills wasn't easy for us.
Yeah, of course. No,
we're sitting. Boquete sits at the bottom of a 11,800 foot mountain. So, well, volcano.
Okay.
But so we have hills all over the place there.
Right.
Okay.
But yeah, you guys gotta come check it out. Like, come spend a week with us.
Yeah,
it's
well,
really
that's
the way to do it.
That's what I'm thinking is,
we'll show you everything, and that.
And I'm off all summer long. Pam's fully retired now, yeah. So,
our
but
July
we've already booked.
Sold out. Our August we have spots on. You might get July if you're quick.
Well, we can't. July, we've already got a Japan trip booked, like
fully
booked.
For August, we have a trip middle of August. That's
okay.
That we have a spot on.
Well, we'll certainly we can do. Yeah. Okay.
So okay.
Check it out. If the August worked for you, don't worry. Remember, there is no perfect time. Just make sure.
Does anybody there fish? Do you guys fish?
I never do any fishing. I wanted to do it, but there is fishing here. Even fly fishing and sport fishing. You can have the most amazing yellowfin tuna ever in Panama.
Deep sea tours are an hour away from us.
Whatever you want.
Right.
Yeah, Boca Chica.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll look into it then. Thank you.
Okay, so
you're so welcome. Thank you so much for joining us tonight.
All right. Well, thank you for the answers.
Move on to Paul. Then it's going to be Paul's going to be our last video question, and then we got to hit the chat really hard, guys. Hey,
So,
Paul, are you there?
I have a quick question.
Bring it on.
I have a quick question, which is we're in Boquete in 2 weeks, and we're told we need to go to get a clinical test. And I don't understand what kind of clinical tests they want us to have before we go to immigration.
Okay, this is your immigration lawyer?
Yes.
May I ask who they are? His first name. I know them well.
Right offhand, I'm forgetting, but I'll get there. Lourdes.
Okay, Lourdes will tell you the exact clinic to go to, and basically, Paul, they're going to take your pulse.
That's it.
Yeah, they're not going to draw blood. It's not a physical. You're not going to run on a treadmill. They're going to make sure you don't have
HIV.
Yeah, tuberculosis. Basically, anything that's visible. And they're going to take your pulse. It's just a standing of good health. It'll cost $15, and just ask Lourdes that. Hey, what's the location? It's a block from her office.
Yeah.
Okay, fine. Yeah. Thank you. I just was curious because it seemed like it could be a serious.
No, they call it clinical test. It's not. It's they just call them clinics there. So you're going to go see a doctor who's going to sign off that yes, you are a live specimen.
Well, and this is our third time in Boquete.
Wonderful.
So
all right, take care. Thanks for the answer.
Thank you very much, guys. Okay, we're going to switch over to Q&A mode. So that means I have to move all these questions into Q&A mode because I did not manage them well, but that's fine. The tour in February. Margaret and John, how are you guys? Okay, question. Megan, can you look at the Q&A and answer that one about organic products?
Let's see.
Or the mosquitoes. I'm putting a bunch of
buy organic products, non-food products. Yeah, well, there's an Organica store. It's a chain here in Panama. There's one in Boquete. In Panama City, there are plenty of places to buy organic products. Depending where you are, it's more accessible or not. But they have food, they have cleaning products, they have supplements. Yeah, a lot of different organic options. See, a scorpion. Yes, we have scorpions. Yes, we have tarantulas. If you don't like them, you can get your house fumigated every, couple times a year. You can make sure it's very well sealed. All your doors and windows are well sealed so that they can't get in.
Okay. Yeah, they like it's not excessive. There's no more scorpions here than there are in Texas or big spiders. I've actually seen more tarantulas in Texas than I'm not from Texas. You guys wondering, well, oh my God, I ran a business in Texas for 5 years when I was here and traveled there every month. I ran into more tarantulas down there than I have seen here. I've only seen one. So yeah, so that's the scorpions. I've been bit by a scorpion. Have you, Megan, here?
Never.
No. Oscar has, but the first time Oscar as a Latino has ever been bit by a scorpion was here, and he lived in Latin America all his life. Okay, I got a question from Barry. I don't know if this is a question. The American dollar turned totally digital. No, not a question. A lot of people say Panama uses the US dollar. It does not. Panama is pegged to the US dollar. Big difference. Ecuador is a dollarized economy. Guatemala is a dollarized economy. Panama is not. It's pegged to the US dollar, just like Belize. Just because we don't print our own bills. We buy old US Treasury bills. But we have our own coin. There we go. Okay. How bad are mosquitoes? Oh.
We have plenty.
No, we do not. I never see mosquitoes. Oscar and I always have this fight.
And they
When
say
I
no,
come
on
from,
the beach, yeah.
yeah, where I come from, mosquitoes don't transmit disease. In Latin America, they've always transmitted disease. So Latin American people, in my feeling, are more aware of mosquitoes, maybe. Like Regina, Saskatchewan, like Canada, the prairies, there are way less mosquitoes than there are up there. But they do have them for sure. How about the sandflies?
Yeah, on the beaches at sunrise and sundown. And some people get bothered by them and some don't. I always have to wear bug spray at those times on the
And
beach.
sometimes it's the season too.
Yeah, and there's seasons for bugs here too. Some months are worse than others for certain bugs.
Yeah. This is a good question. Two-part question. In the high season, I'm going to say try to secure something before you get here. In the low season, which we're just entering, I'm seeing some crazy rental prices right now. $500 apartments right on Main Street in Boquete. So get yourself an Airbnb for 2 weeks and come down here and go look at places. There is quite a bit of availability right now, and that's the same for the beaches. We're entering low season throughout the country, so there's more availability. So if you come down here and rent a short-term Airbnb for a while, you can find the perfect place for you. But it's difficult to know if you're going to like the area, right?
Yeah, definitely Airbnb first is great. So you don't jump into a 6-month or 1-year lease not knowing that's what you want.
Yeah. Okay. What do we got here? We get our pensionado visas June 20. Oh, we got 22, but may not move for another 1-2 years. We plan on shipping our stuff and want to know how long we have to take advantage of that. You have one time to take advantage. I had to ask the lawyer this question because somebody asked me it 2 weeks ago. You have a $10,000 exemption from household goods on duties and taxes with your pensionado. You get to use it no matter when, but you can only use it once.
And remember, to maintain your residency, you have to enter Panama once every 2 years at least.
Yes, good point there. So don't wait 3 years before you come back here, or you're going to enter and they're going to say, "Hey, you don't have residency anymore." It's going to be a mess. Okay. I can't read this one. I got to put it up on the screen. Can military veteran service connected disability pensions be combined? All your pensions can be combined to qualify for the $1,000. Yes. I know somebody, they ran businesses at home and they had 3 pensions. They had well, in Canada, we have 2, and then they had a disability and they used them all to qualify for their pensionable visa. So, very good question, DJ. Okay, I thought I deleted that one. Okay, would you mind if I bring up medical questions? No, I would not mind. Jeff, please ask it. Have you guys heard anything about this?
Any talk of raising the pensionado above 1,000? I have not.
No, nothing official.
Now, I'm going to bring up a point here you guys might find interesting. In the last, you'll see in our blog, The Economy in Panama Today 2023. You might want to read that article if you're considering moving here and stuff. Our inflation rate average for the last 13 years has been 2%. So there would be no reason to really raise that because we have a normal, like our inflation rate this year, 2022 ended at 3.3%, not 8, 9, 10, like most Latin American and North American countries. So I don't even think that's a discussion on anyone's plate yet.
And remember, it's 1,250 if you're applying as a couple.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. What if you do not have a tax return for the last 2 years? You need to prove your income somehow. Now that, like I've had people in the same situation. They've worked in tax-free jurisdictions and stuff that they don't have tax returns, and they've gone with pay stubs over the last 2 years, bank deposits from investment rentals. Like you got to come up with something. You're going to have to prove you have an income when you retire to Panama. If you're doing the pensionable visa, it's not a big deal. But if you want to, even with the friendly nations, you gotta prove some type of an income. It doesn't have to be big, and to open a bank account, you're gonna need something. Okay. Whoa, I think I deleted the question that I was supposed to be publishing. Okay, how much does a pensionado visa cost? You're looking at around $2,400, and I'm giving you the high end of everything. Like I'm talking the translations, the multiple entry visa, like everything you need here in Panama. That's for one person, and $2,900 for a couple. Okay. You guys know anything about the tangerine? I've never heard of it personally. So
It says how is the tangerine school?
No, but I have a very reliable source about that one to ask tomorrow. So Roddy, please remind me tomorrow to get that answer for them.
I am going
I actually do have the
screenshot
most
it.
reliable person to ask for that.
Yeah, you'll have to send us an email. We don't
Yes.
personally have any experience with it, but we do have some friends in Bocas that have kids there.
I can get you that answer.
So please send an email to info@retireinpanamatours.com or fill in our contact form requesting that information. Mm-hmm. How do folks handle receiving the Social Security from the U.S.? Oh, many ways. And you mentioned a few of them. You can have, if you have a Panama bank account, which if you live here, you should. You can have it deposited directly into there. It takes about 6-month process through the U.S. Embassy. You can have your Social Security check mailed here and deposit it. And then you got to wait 21 days for it. Or you can continue using your U.S. bank. And hopefully you have a banking and debit card system that refunds ATM fees. because international ATM fees are very expensive here. They cost $6.50 for every $250 that you withdraw.
And you
So
can
the
only
best-
get out 250 at a time.
Yeah, at a time. So if your withdrawal is $1,000 a day and you're getting rent of $1,000, you're going to pay $26 in fees that day. So getting
Yeah,
a bank
very
account,
tedious, not recommended.
but getting the bank account here and either transferring 3 months of expenses at a time by wire, or depositing your check a month ahead of time, and and waiting the 20 days for it to clear, or getting it deposited directly into your bank. Okay. Another question here for Brian about the dollar. So how will a possible devaluation of the American dollar affect purchasing power of things in Panama? Well, if you're purchasing US things, it really affects it, definitely. Panama, like I say, the US dollar has devalued. I think Barry. I don't know what the percentage is over the last 100 years, and the Panama dollar has been pegged to it ever since. But the things we see here, I can go today to Casa de Jamon, a local store, and buy 3 kilograms. Who's laughing at me?
Just say gago.
No, I wanted to say it in Spanish. Casa de Jamon. What did I say it wrong?
No, I
And
thought it was
buy
good,
3
Ron.
kilograms of berries for $12.50. They've been that same price for 5 years. I can go to PriceSmart, US store, and buy 3 kilograms of berries that were $12.50 last year and are $25 today. That's what's happening in Panama. You buy local, South American, Central American product, we're not seeing any devaluation of our dollar. You need to buy your Kellogg's cornflakes as opposed to, how do you say cornflakes in Spanish, Oscar?
Hojuelas de maíz.
Exactly. You buy those, one box is going to be $8, the other one's going to be $3. Guess which one is which? So, yeah. So that's how the purchasing power is. And a lot of expats that live here say it's getting so expensive. Well, guess what? They're going to Costco and they're buying all that US product, which is doubled in price in the last year, especially because of the shipping here. Even the wines. I was in the wine store, shocking, the other day. I'm looking at all these Argentinian, Chilean wines that I used to drink before I started making wine. They're all the same price. They're $7, $8, $6.50 for the I
Great
forget what.
Malbecs.
Yeah. And then I look at all the US stuff, the yellowtail and all that stuff. They're like $12, $15 now. And they used to be 7 or 8. I'll stick with my Chilean wines. Thank you. Okay.
Like Alamos.
What do we got here, guys?
Let's see. Been in Panama several times. Now in Boquete for the past 2 months. Can foreigner buy real estate before becoming jubilados with a permanent resident visa?
Yes. Next question.
Question 2. Do you have to be already residing in Panama to apply for the jubilado resident visa? You have to be here to apply. You don't have to be already residing here. And question 3, how long does it take to get jubilado once applied with all documents needed within 6 months?
Yeah, you get your temporary in about 3 weeks, sometimes 2, and the permanent within the 6 months, sometimes 4 months. Good question.
Easy.
I think I accidentally deleted the question. Well, I'm trying to get down to the end. We don't want to cut the people off, but the program's going to cut us off. So I'm just going to look and see. Okay, best questions coming up. Any I don't answer, I'll send in a recap email. But the cost and availability. Okay, how much folks having received Social Security? How do most folks receive Social Security? Okay, that's the same question. We already answered that. No, Visa, MasterCard is used throughout the country. All my bills are paid, like my phones, my grocery store is always Visa. The only thing you need cash for, the small Fonda restaurants and the, I don't know. I was in a Panamanian public market and I see people using the wireless credit card processors now. So
Depending where you live, some
yeah.
small towns, some businesses might prefer cash, but also online banking. We do a lot of payments between Panamanian online banking.
Yeah.
Okay. This is a good question. If you're taking a cruise from outside, as long as your passport is stamped entry into Panama, then that is your visit into Panama. So if you are somehow taking a cruise and you're coming through Panama, you're going to have to ask your cruise director that if you disembark, your passport should be stamped by immigration, but you need to confirm that happens.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and he wants this repeated. We went through this pretty fast. I'm going to try to explain it a little bit in detail. Yes, foreigners can buy real estate. Not an issue whatsoever. It makes no difference. Okay, there's only one clause I want to get into. It's irrelevant. Yes, foreigners can buy real estate in Panama. Mm-hmm. Okay. I think we are winding down to the end. People aren't leaving yet, but hey, if we own property, can you rent your casita if we have a pensionado visa? Yeah, a lot of people do. I'm not going to tell you to do it and not claim it as income. You're not technically working, but a lot of people do it for sure.
Like foreigners can own businesses without having a work permit. They just can't do work that a Panamanian would do.
Yeah.
Without a work permit.
Yeah, so I know people that have property and they have
No
casitas
business.
and they have a maid and the maid is getting paid to claim them and they're allowed to do that. But should you be claiming that as income technically? But,
You don't even have to be a resident to own a business here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. All right, guys. I think we made it. We apologize if we missed anything.
Well,
nobody. Okay. No.
It was a great call, everybody.
It was a great call. My goodness, a lot of questions got answered. Yes. One more time, I'm putting our contact in the chat. If you still have questions, feel free to fill this out. One of us will answer it for you. And thank you very much for joining us tonight.
We very kindly appreciate you, all of you, for the time, for the opportunity to tell us and get to know us. Those that was the first time, and our people, they came with us and had the time to just pop up the screen. Thank you so much. And this is Returning Panama Tours. Remember who we are?
We are.
And looking forward to see you in Panama.
All righty, guys.